Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I have something amazing to share with all of you. Well, I know that many of you ask me, and if you don't know too, well, I have some magazines that were sold in Mexico and in some parts of Europe too. Well, in one of these magazines, the cover has this vest. Look how beautiful it is from the back. But well, finally I will share how to make it with all of you. I know that in Mexico many of my friends asked me to share it, but well, I also didn't doubt to share with you too here in my English channel. So I will give you all this step by step. You won't believe how easy it is. So well, before we start, I want to invite all of you to subscribe and I will give you first the material list and then the step by step. So let's start. Well, this vest is made with needles, okay? We are going to use the needles of number 6 millimeters. In this case, I have this material that it's an anchorita. As you could see, this yarn, it's a bit light. So in this case, I will use 2 threads, and with my needle, I will try to knit matching them a yarn and the colors of the shades, but I highly recommend that you use a medium weight yarn. And for that yarn we are going to need 400 grams. This is, remember, for a medium or a small size. I think that even to a large size will be perfect too because it's a bit loose. So well, as I was telling you, here we are going to match the colors. So in case that you are going to use a lighter material, and you will use these 2 threads, and if you have this yarn with different shades, well, I suggest that you match them so you can start with the same color of threads at the same time. We will use this material later, okay? So please keep it because we won't waste it. So keep it because we will use it at the end. And well, once we have both threads, remember I'm telling you in case that you want to use this kind of yarn, it is an angorita, but if not, I highly recommend that you use a medium weight yarn. And if you have a medium weight yarn, well, you are going to use only 1 thread. Okay, in this case, it's very thick if we only use 1 thread of angorita, so I will use 2 threads. Okay, but if not, with only 1 thread, it's okay. Now I will show you how we are going to cast on the stitches. I know that there exist different ways of cast on the stitches. The way that I will show you, I like it and it's my favorite because with this you won't waste any material left. Yes, so I cast the stitches like if we were about to knit, you see? And like this is we are going to continue until we have 14 stitches in our needle, okay, like this. Please not to tie too much because once we come back and make the next row, it will be difficult if we tie too much. Just loose a little bit, relax, and we will need 14 stitches to start. Always keep this thread to know where we are going to start. Well, for the first row, we are going to knit all of them. Okay, we are going to knit the 14 stitches like this. So we are going to knit, we will insert the hook right here, the needle right here in the space. We are going to take the 2 threads together and bring them through. Well, so here I finished to knit the 14 stitches, okay? Look at this yarn. It has like little sparkles on it. I like it a lot. But remember to keep always with your 2 threads. So we have this thread that shows where to start, okay? So every time at the beginning we will increase 1 stitch. As you could see, I just turn over and pass it through like this. Then we are going to continue knitting all the coming stitches. For the rest of the row, we are going to continue with the same number of stitches. At the end, when we start at the beginning, also we are going to increase one the same way we did. Like this, we are going to continue making more rows, increasing one every time we start a new row until we have 80 stitches. This is for a small or medium size. But if you need this best for a larger size, well, I suggest that instead of arriving until you have 80, well, instead you make 90, okay? So you are going to and keep increasing one at the beginning until you have 90 stitches instead of 80 at the end. So remember, this is for a large size. I will show you again how we are going to increase one always at the beginning. So here we finish. We are going to pass the first stitch. We are going to increase one just by yarning over one, and then we will continue knitting. So see you until we have 80. Okay, so as you could see, I continue increasing and I arrive until 80 stitches because I will make this vest for a small size. That it could be medium. So well, this is where I arrive, and here it's where I started the next part of our vest. So here I have the 80 stitches I already get ahead. I will continue making more rows with the same number of stitches. With the 80 stitches, I will make 10 rows more with the 80 stitches, and look how beautiful the colors are. If you don't match the beginning of the yarn, so the skeins of yarn, you won't have this effect. So that's why we divided the colors at the beginning. So far it's looking so pretty. So well, from here, well, the marker is where we started to have 80 stitches. Then we are going to make 10 rows more. And well, just for you to have an idea, this will be the long of our vest, and this will be the front. Here in the front, we are going to cross our vest. So now you know, if you want to increase the size, you are going to increase one more in each row, always at the beginning. So we will continue. Sorry, I told you 10 rows are 10 centimeters, okay? So until we have 10 centimeters, we will stop right there. Well, here I have the 10 centimeters. Okay, if you count the pleats, approximately I have from here to the 10 centimeters 11 pleats. Okay, if you want this for a larger size, well, you are going to make more rows and more centimeters. But well, this will be up to you and according to your size, and remember that you will need more yarn. But well, once that you arrive here, we are going to divide and make the armhole. So we will only need 22 stitches. Well, so here I need 22 centimeters. If you are making this vest for a larger size, well, instead of needing 22 centimeters, stitches, you will need 25 stitches, okay? So you will leave more space for the armhole. Okay, so remember, this is for my case for a small size. Now we are going to bind off 22. This is how we bind off. We take two and we knit them, and then we took this loop back again. So here we already bind off 2, here we will bind off 3, and like this we are going to continue until we bind off 22 more stitches, okay? But for example, if you leave 25 stitches here, well, you are going to bind off 25 stitches also here for the space. Then we are going to knit the rest, and we are going to come back and see you at the end here, at the end of the row. Well, look, I did finish the row and then I came back. Now, we arrive here where we have the spacer of the armhole, right? Remember that we binned off 22 stitches. Now, we are going to cast on back these 22 stitches that we binned off, okay? So we are going to make it like this. We are going to make these loops, and we are going to have 22 loops again in our needle's back. Okay, like this, as you could see, I kind of make an 8, and let's count 22. Here I have the 22 stitches back, but it will be up to you. If you cast on 25 stitches before, well, you are going to cast on 25 stitches. Then we are going to continue with the rest of the row like this with the coming stitches. So we will have 80 stitches back again. So we are going to continue making more rows until we have the white over back. Okay, in my case I count them and approximately I will have 36 pleats like this one in total. And remember that we keep with the 80 stitches. So if from the marker to here I count how many pleats did I have, and I have 36 from here until here. So this will be the width of my back. This will be for a small or medium size, but you are going to make the width according to your size. So for example, here is where we started. So we started with 14 stitches, right? Then we increase one at the beginning of each row, okay? And we just knit. We didn't pour or sew. We knit in all the rows, and we keep until here we stop increasing. We had 80 stitches, then we continue 10 centimeters more, then we stop, and right there we divide it. We divide to make the armhole. We cast on 22 stitches, and then we binned off 22 and then we cast on them back 22 again. Then we continue with the 80 stitches again, making more rows until we have 36 pleats for the back. Then we are about to make the same in the other side. And please make sure that you are going to put the sleeve at the same distance, because once a friend put the sleeve in the upper side, so always at the same distance. So please pay attention right there. Okay, so we are going to make the same. Well, here I want to stop real quick. Okay, here I finished one of the skeins of yarn that I have, so I did the same. I matched the colors, so while I continue, all the colors and with the two threads can came out at the same time. Okay, so this is what we are going to do also with the coming skeins of yarns if you have a case like mine. So well, now we are about to make this sleeve. I already checked and I will make it at the same distance. So first I will knit 22 and then I will bind off 22. Well, so here I already need 22 stitches. Remember that if you are making this for a larger size, instead of 22, you are going to need 25. So now we are going to bind off 22 stitches. This is how we bind off, okay? Please make sure here too that you have the sleeve at the same distance that the first sleeve. So well, here we finished to bind off 22. If you lost the counting, well, you can count the chains that you have here. And then, well, we are going to continue with the rest. Then we are going to come back. And remember that once we come back and finish the row, we are going to cast on back the stitches that we bind off. In this case, we bind off 22, so we are going to cast on back 22, and then we are going to continue with 80 stitches and for more rows. Okay, so we are going to continue. Please relax, enjoy it. I know that some of you take the stitch and you knit the other way, but well, this is how my mom taught me, and well, let's continue. And well, here just a quick reminder. This is how we are going to cast on back the stitches. Remember that we are going to cast on back 22. So we make a kind of 8 in front, and this is how we have the loops. So here we have 3, then 4, and like this until we have 22. And well, here I already cast on back the 22 stitches. Remember that this will be also up to you. We are making here a small size. Then we are going to continue with the rest. Then we are going to make more rows until we have the 10 centimeters that we have here before the sleeve. Remember what we made here. Approximately, I count the 10 centimeters from here where is the marker until here. I have 10 centimeters or 11 pleats. Okay, so we are going to continue like this, making these 10 centimeters, and then we will stop right there because I want to show you how we are going to reduce to finish the same way like we started with the 14 stitches. So see you there. And we'll just here a quick tip. Here we are about to knit the stitches that we cast back. So it might be a little loose, but don't worry, we are going to continue knitting them like this. So well, from here we are going to continue with the same number of stitches for 10 centimeters more. Well, here I finished the first row after we knit the stitches that we cast on back. So here I will put a marker. So from here I will start counting 11 pleats or 10 centimeters. So well, here I finished the 10 centimeters from the marker to here. So now we are going to repeat what we made at the beginning. In this case, instead of increasing, we are going to reduce. So this is how we are going to reduce. We are going to pass the first stitch and then we are going to knit two together. You see? And like this, we are going to reduce one every time that we are about to start a new row. So like this we are going to continue making more rows. Remember that at the end we are going to finish with the same number of stitches from the other side. So we must have 14 at the end, okay? And we are going to reduce one always at the beginning of the row. And well, from here we are going to continue until we finish. Remember that either if you are going to make this vest for a small or for a larger size, we will always start and finish the vest with 14 stitches. We are going to adjust the size, making more rows and increasing more stitches, and you will decide. Remember that before in the video I taught you how you can make it for a larger size. So here we finish. See you when we have 14 stitches. Well, so here it is. Look at the shades, look at the colors. I think that this vest is one of the easiest. If you are a beginner and you want to know how to knit with needles, well, you can make this vest. As you could see, I finish and I start with the same number of stitches. Just if you want a larger size, you are going to make more rows for the back. And I will place this to my mannequin. Remember that this is for a small size, but I think for a medium size also would be perfect too. I taught you how you can make it with angorita, but as I told you, I recommend that you make it in one thread using a medium weight yarn. Here you can cross it in the front, you can put a bottom or a brush. Let me show you how it looks. And if you want, also you can sew it there and you can have a different vest like you want. I hope that you will enjoy making this vest with me. I think that this vest is a piece that everybody needs to have in their closet, right? But well, please let me know here in the comments if you like it or no. And remember, don't forget to subscribe. It's completely free. Don't forget to share this video if you like it, and please stay tuned for more. Take care. Bye bye.